Adore you all of the time. I like to. I like to. I like to love you every day. I like to love you.
Hey A-listers, it's your girl Arlisa-Renee. Welcome back to my channel for another video. Today we are going to be making a 2021 vision board to help you reach and achieve all your dreams and goals for the new year. So if you want to see how I made my vision board, then stay tuned. So the first thing that I like to do prior to making my vision boards is really set the mood. So I cut on like a fireplace video because I don't really have one in my apartment. And I pour me a glass of wine, just depending on how I'm feeling. It could be a red wine, it could be a white wine. It just really depends on how I'm feeling. Today I was feeling a little bit of Moscato. Once I get that together, I kind of take a seat and had to grab Hughie there because he was just in the cage looking so sad. So I decided to get him comfortable up here on the couch with me. That's my baby. And just make sure that he was okay before I really got started in what I was doing. So before I actually make my vision board, I like to really put myself in the mindset to figure out what I want my vision board to look like. So I start by reflecting on the year prior. So what happened in 2020? And not just all bad things, but good things as well. Like, what did I accomplish that with my goals that I had set for 2020? What were some of the goals that I didn't accomplish? What is it that I want to change or remain the same for 2021? You know what I mean? And I just really sit down and reflect and just really write out all of my thoughts, the good, the bad, the negative, the positive, just everything, to make sure that when I sit down to really truly create my vision board, I have a clear visual understanding of what I want. Like, I really have everything out of my mind on paper so that I can go ahead and put this vision board together. So I really like to manifest and just really get my mind right to be able to create the perfect vision board. And of course, a glass of wine always helps. You can't go wrong with the perfect glass of wine. So once I get everything just kind of written down and get everything off my chest, get everything out of my mind and on a piece of paper and kind of organized, I'm ready to go and really truly just move on from there and start creating my vision board. But before I actually jump into actually making the vision board itself, I always end my manifestation or my self-care time or my unwinding time with a prayer. I am a Christian. I do not hide that. And I'm always going to look to God for guidance. So I most definitely have to make sure that I end everything with a prayer, asking God to really guide me and to really manifest and grant me the desires of my heart. So once that's all said and done, it's time to get cracking on this vision board. Okay, so what I do first is I kind of go online and really just pull up some inspiration to figure out what it is that I want to do. And so I really start going through things on Pinterest just to kind of get a little bit of inspiration, and I take pictures and words and things like that that I find, and I just kind of copy and paste them to a Word document so that I can print them out on my printer and just, you know, print them out and cut everything so I can put everything together. But I really just go on Pinterest just for a little bit of guidance and a little bit of inspiration to figure out exactly what it is that I want to put on my vision board. And Pinterest is definitely a great place to start when you don't know exactly what theme you want for your vision board or how exactly you want your vision board to look or what you really want your vision board to say. Honestly, Pinterest is a good place to start to give you all the inspiration. So once I gathered everything that I needed, I'm just in this clip really going through all of the pictures, kind of sizing them, making some of them bigger, making some of them smaller, and kind of moving them around on that Word document that I have pulled up. So that way I can really go ahead and cut out all of the pieces and everything and put everything together when it's time to make this board. Okay, so once I've gathered all of my pictures and I have everything printed out, I'm just kind of setting up shop here. So I went to Michael's and I picked up these really pretty kind of like raised or 3D gold letters, and they come in a pack of two in two different sizes, kind of like a small and a large size. So I'm going to use these to actually spell out vision board on the actual vision board itself. Of course, you need your supplies. I have a glue stick, I have a pair of scissors, and then I have kind of like this foam piece of paper that I also picked up from Michael's. It's really sturdy and it actually fits the frame that I got from Michael's perfectly. And so I'm just going to place everything on that piece of paper, and then I'm going to place that piece of foam inside of the frame. But for now, we're only working on the vision board itself, so we're going to go ahead and set this frame aside. So the first thing I do is I go ahead and start cutting out all of my pictures. Now, I'm not necessarily gonna use every single picture. I don't really know if I am or if I'm not, but I have everything that really caught my eye that I actually really want to put on the board. So at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward through this clip and just cut out all of the pieces that I have here to go ahead and put on my board. Okay, so now that I have cut out all of the pieces or the images that I'm going to use to create my vision board, I'm just going to kind of lay them aside and really clear off the foam piece of cardboard that I'm using to actually make the vision board, and I am going to give myself a clean canvas. Now what I'm going to do here is actually start snipping down some of these images because some of them are pretty big. Even when I kind of crop them out a little bit with the Word document, they still came out pretty large. So I'm just kind of going in a second time here and really just cutting these photos and these images down just a bit smaller. I'm really cutting down the ones that I know for sure that I really want to use, and some of them are like hearts and things like that, so I'm kind of cutting around the heart pieces and I'm going to do things like that, but I'm really just trimming a lot of these images down so they can really all fit on the board. Okay, so now that I've kind of got all that done, I'm going to go in with these gold letterings and I'm going to go ahead and put vision board at the top of the actual foam paper that I'm doing, and I'm using the small gold letterings that I have to actually spell all of this out. And I'm just going to take my time going through both sheets of these letterings and make sure that I have everything lined up, I have all the right sizing, and most importantly, everything is spelled correctly. Okay, so now that I'm done with my lettering and I have all that completed, I'm gonna actually go ahead and start gluing down my images. Now, through the course of this, I actually kind of went through some of them and figured out which ones I really wanted to use and kind of how I wanted to place them. So at this point, I'm really just going ahead and really just sticking everything on, making sure that the edges have enough adhesive or glue on them so they completely stick to the board, and just kind of patting everything down and layering everything and just kind of really creating this board to be everything that I want it to be. And you guys, even though this clip is kind of sped up for time's sake, I am really taking my time and making sure that I really have this all the way together, because one thing that you don't want is a vision board that you feel like isn't productive or isn't going to work. And so I want to really ensure that my vision board is really going to help me manifest the things that I want and is a true visual representation of the things that I prioritize and the things that mean the most to me versus the things that are kind of secondary but still very, very important. So again, even though this clip is being sped up, I am really truly taking my time with everything, going through everything, making sure they are properly placed and visually just perfect for exactly what I need. Okay, A-listers, so we are all done constructing this vision board. I love the way it came out. I love the way it looks. Now it's time to go ahead and transfer the actual vision board itself into this frame. Again, I picked this frame up from Michael's for I think it may have been like $9, if that. So it wasn't very expensive at all, and it fit perfectly with the piece of paper that I actually got from Michael's as well. So what I'm doing here is just nicely placing my board inside of the frame, smoothing it down, and I'm just kind of lifting it up to make sure that it's, you know, the right side up, especially when I put the back on this, so that when I put the back on, the pieces that you can actually hang on the wall is at the top of the vision board and not the bottom. So I'm just gradually and carefully, because I don't want to break the glass, taking my time and just pushing down the little tacks at the back of the frame to secure the backing so that we can have this all closed up and hang it on my wall if need be. So once everything is in place and nice and secure, I just flip it over and voila, there she is, a complete vision board. Y'all, I loved the way this vision board came out. I love everything about it. I really wanted to make sure that I got all of my goals and dreams and aspirations in this one vision board. You know, a new car, a new home, successful business, women empowerment, financial freedom, to be well traveled, not just domestically but internationally, health and wellness, scripture, just everything that I want, you know, to really achieve in 2021. YouTube, A Closer Walk with God, everything. I made sure that I squeeze all of that in this one vision board so that I can take a look at it and really move forward in my goals. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. And as always, my beautiful A-listers, stay cute, stay fly, but most importantly, stay blessed. Happy New Year, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.